That's working really well.
Oh, Jimmy gonna take.
Oh, no, Jimmy!
Contact.
And around goes Bernard into the wall, taking cars with him.
Come on, high. Clear, clear, clear. All clear.
Yeah.
Big wreck.
You got it.
Reddick.
Oh, Reddick was out of control going up the racetrack. Big hit. Watch that again. There was a lot of things going on there at once.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the Reddick had a flat tire or just get out of line.
That force. And they get really close together in turn two. Just suck the 48 car right around.
Yeah, the one car, Kurt Busch, he just had some issues and just got up the racetrack, and that allowed both of these guys to get underneath them. And you said it. I mean, when you get underneath somebody like that, it's easy to get the air taken off of your spoiler, and just around they went, 3 wide. Just normally doesn't work very well at Indy. It's just not a wide racetrack, enough groove.
Oh, Boyer gets turned.
Yeah, late.
Looked to me like he came up just a little bit too early on McDowell.
Oh, my gosh.
And William Byron's luck runs out.
Actually go for it. It's not.
Well, Sheldon Creed was going through the middle. He was going to try to get underneath Ross Chastain, and Ross realized that and started to turn down to try to block that move, and there just wasn't time, Michael, as we've been talking about. Look at the
Nice
hard
job by Natalie Decker. Check that out. She's going to maybe make just a little contact, but up on the racetrack, she was sideways.
See right here. Oh, Blaney. You didn't even know Blaney was in it. He just goes absolutely straight up the racetrack.
Maybe. Oh man,
They made contact.
Tiny bit.
Yeah, he got into the left rear of the 20, and that got him loose. Gosh, he was lucky right
he
there.
Got in,
oh,
boy, real close there. And he kind of got himself in a situation.
Yeah, Kurt Busch squeezing the 17 into the wall, and look at here, maybe the 17, a little angry with that. Turns him into McDowell, almost flips the 34 car.
And all began. Look at Burton in the 18. He gets away unscathed, as does the 13 of Johnny Sauter, and the 17 of Ankrum just a bit clicked there in the, well, maybe a little heavier than we thought in the left front.
Hey, send him into the tire barrier right there. Payback from earlier.
Top of the screen, you see the yellow truck on the right. Started to go sideways ahead of him. Looked like Cicerelli not, oh, look at that damage. And then just nowhere for Chris Fontaine and that blue and yellow 47 truck to go.
You could see the fire come out of the exhaust. He was off the gas for sure, but just couldn't get stopped in time.
Rolled faster than he did coming into the corner, and it pulls the back of that car around with it as he went by.
Great look at it right there. And great execution from our production group, all the camera folks who are out in the elements today. Very windy and cold day in Texas. We appreciate all they bring each and every week.
So keep an eye on that. Daniel Hamrick right there has a flat tire. He's trying to get out of the way, loses control of his car.
heavy traffic for the top 5 car. Oh, the double arrow into the fence.
Cole Custer. He catches the 20 of Christopher Bell. They spin, the caution comes out. Big contact now behind him.
Oh, I think that's the 80.
Throw and out of the driver's hands.
Yeah, Harvick trying to push him to get him back in that middle lane, and they just, when he hit him, it just shot Brad up. Then it just all stacks up, and guess what? When you all run in a line together trying to help each other and something happens, guess what happens to all of you? You all get damaged.
Harvick's in the fence a little bit. I think he's going to be okay.
There's Tyler Reddick. All of them in their first 500 start. And
yeah, and I just wonder if McLeod was trying to get woed up, and I think Cody Ware had no idea he was coming to pit road.
And you're right, Jimmy Johnson did get collected in that.
Fire that we see there.
We saw a fire during practice yesterday, and it was because of oil, a broken oil line that the headers ignited or something like that. Could be broken oil line or a broken fuel line.
He's chasing the 22 down to try to get the side draft off him, and I don't think he knows that he's there.
Yeah, Ryan Sieg was in a hole there, and no fault of Ryan Sieg. That's just one of those racing
He has to go 3 wide, 4 wide, and they just run out of real estate. Contact with the one up the track, catches Hemrick. Legato down there on the bottom of the racetrack as he went out of
and throwing that debris, tire debris, up in the air. You can't see it because the trash compound's so dark. You can't really see where that stuff's at, where the groove's at, and where it ends.
Did you see how aware Crafton was of everything that was going on around him? As soon as he saw that go bad, to the apron he goes. And watch the job that David Gilliland does. Those trucks are crashing right in front of him.
There's no way he misses that.
Right in front of that blue truck with Valvoline on the hood. He's able to sneak through.
A little bit of damage there to that right front of David Gilliland. Crafton has barely missed.
Down at the bottom of the track.
Oh, that's Noah. Just like you called it, Steve.
He's going by him so fast, the air just disappears on the side of that 66.
And so he's just getting loose right here as the 14 goes to his outside. It looked to me like Kyle Larson at that point as he went in the corner. Man,
Heavy impact.
yeah, the 3 of Austin Dillon really.
And now Ghosteen coming around the outside. Contact, and Dean is going to take out Rhodes. And Crafton gets through again somehow, and so many more involved in this incident.
Right on the outside of Tyler Reddick against what we already said coming into this whole race. Turns 3 and 4 in the wind, and it's just going to pull.
Just got loose.
Yeah, it's just going to pull him right around. It's going to collect Christopher Bell and a whole list of others. And we talked about this in the pre-race. You knew this was going to happen in this race. Kevin, turns 3 and 4, very difficult, windy conditions.
Everyone is taking every little gap that's there, and here comes a crash.
That turn hard. Got into the 86 to the 51 of Jeremy Clements. Timmy Hill in that as well.
Justin Allgaier. And that's a product of him getting caught in the first crash.
I mean, this racing has been outstanding since we got the green flag with 6 to go. Man, he went nose first after contact with Cole Custer.
Yeah, and I don't know exactly what happened off of turn 2 over there.
Final lap, his teammate Denny Hamlin just got loose off the corner. And around he went. And into the inside retaining wall.
That's Mike Harmon coming out of there. So here he is on that curb. Oh.
Overcorrected.
Yeah. Right into the Armco barrier. Wow.
Per mile-and-a-half race.
You're right, Steve. That's a big impact for that 98.
Yeah.
We talked about these composite bodies, how strong they are, but there's still the suspension when it hits those tires that hard. Look at that impact by Tyler. That's a huge shot.
The start of this broadcast about how difficult it is to keep control of your truck when you're down on the bottom. It just got loose. No air on that right rear fender because of the outside.
Watch this damage right here.
Traffic, and then bam.
Wow.
Look at that contact.
That was a block. I think the 3 got there. He didn't mean to get there. It's just a little bit of contact.
When Clint goes across the back bumper of that 3, it turned the 3 sideways. It upset the back of that 3 car. And then at that moment, Austin's trying to just catch his car. He's steering the race car, trying to steer the back of the race car. It starts driving like a forklift at that moment. And then he's down.
The 2 of Creed right there in the middle, and
it looked like Jordan Anderson had some sort of an issue and slowed, it looked like. Well, and then Creed ran in the back of him.
Not sure Sheldon Creed had anywhere to go.
No, I don't think so either. Yeah, Jordan looks.
The front end just goes light on him up the hill. Cranked it left, like you said, Phil. Then back to the right, but it was too late.
A little hard shot into the safer barrier.
Fill those 32 spots to see who's going to get their shot at winning tonight, and for the second time, and that's a big hit for the 34 of Jesse Awuji.
We were just talking during the commercial break, Michael and I, and
Ricky came off the end of the front straightaway, and that hard shot.
Boom, boom. 3 or 4 of them all together.
Right in the lookout. Wow. 22 almost went over.
Yeah, that's a moment that all the safety of the roof flaps and the hood flaps definitely saved that 22 car from going over. Years ago, I'm confident to say that car may have went airborne for sure.
Sure, yeah. Brad and
so with that
Blaney
kind of
just sneaking by. That was big for Blaney.
Even though the 22 is back in the pits. Opportunity to get tuned up.
That's working really well.
Oh, Jimmy gonna
Whoa,
take.
Oh, no, Jimmy!
Contact.
And around goes Menard into the wall, taking cars with him.
Come on, high. Clear, clear, clear. All clear.
That,
Big wreck.
you got it.
Well, I'm just wondering, did that suck the back end of the car around?
Let's see right here, that red, white, and blue #1, second in line on the top. Gets basically the same situation we've seen. He catches the 2 of Tyler Reddick. It stops his momentum. Christopher Bell's behind him. He doesn't know, can't do anything about it. Just hits the 1 so hard, it spins the 1 out at the front of the field.
We'll see what happens here. He's in the middle of the screen, the orange truck. He's going to dip below Decker in the 54, bounces up, just wasn't quite clear of Natalie, and she was holding her line, and they clipped Boyd into that outside wall.
Yeah, can't really.
Really very similar to what we saw a little bit ago with Austin Cindric and Brandon Jones, right? Car on the outside, kind of takes the air off the car on the inside, and on the inside.
And Gilliland had nowhere to go either. He had someone on his back bumper, and boy, that's a
man, that's a frightening feeling seeing that wall coming at that speed. Believe me, I know I've hit a few of them.
Thank goodness for the safer barrier. Obviously, you see how much damage there is to that truck.
How about Alex Bowman in the 88? He gets a shove. He's going to go sideways right in front of the pack. The 48 caught up, and the 9 is caught up. The caution has come out. He got a big shove right into the front of the...
Eric Jones tries to feel the hole, and Brad, it's very tight right there. Brad coming down the 20, trying to get in that position, and it took all the air off the right side of that 20 car. Eric Jones getting a little bit loose there underneath the tube.
Tries to make it 3 wide right there. Busher comes down. Little bit of contact right there, and just turns the 37 around.
Boy, and Benedetto had nowhere to go, and Truex had nowhere to go.
So happy to see that 37 car stay on the ground when the 95 hit him. Yeah, big hit by Haley in the 77.
Wow.
The 17th of February looking way too much like the 4th of July.
Amen.
Fireworks everywhere.
Yeah, and it really and truly, it was Paul Menard. He gave to Benedetto a little shove, but it was on the outside, on the right side, and that just turned the Benedetto into the outside wall, and then it was on from there.
And a different situation than we saw in the clash between Menard and with Jimmy Johnson, but it was a similar thing when we heard the spotter on the 21, Menard say, well, he zigged and we zagged.
That Brad was pushing the crap out of me, and I loved it. Oh, that's Stenhouse, go figure. Yeah, it stuck the landing. Russian judge docked me a little bit. I didn't keep it straight. No, I mean, look, the Beard Oil Chevy, man, we ran a great strategy. Darren Shaw, Ron Lewis, my spotter, everybody. It was awesome. I mean, 62 was in front for a split second. And let's see, legs together. I mean, didn't really stick it well. But
Fourth, Joey Logano on the outside riding in 5th. They're all chasing Chase Elliott to the back straightaway.
Elliott brings them off turn number 2. Now they're spinning at the back of the pack. Kyle Larson, William Byron, David Reagan careening out of control.
Next car down the front straightaway.
Huge block coming right here. Blaney, as they go around, the 37, almost upside down. So's the 96, Parker Kligerman.